I've just gone live. I'm live. They just heard you say that. Hello, good morning, everybody. Oh, can you get my glasses out of my bag for me, please? It's just that. Michelle House here from High Vibes at 5:55. I'm from Rich Living. It's the last day today. It's the end of the season. And that's kind of good because we can all have a bit of a break for school. We got school holidays for a lot of us. I've just been reflecting and thinking, holy man, that was such a massive term. That's like 3 months of the year are already over. What the? No, sunglasses, they're in the case. No, reading glasses, they're in the case. Sorry, I've just got Lockie getting my glasses for me because I'm upstairs because, you know, I'm flexible. Good morning, Danielle, good morning. Thank you, darling. So I wanted to wrap up today. Firstly, letting you guys know that this is the end of this season and we start back up again in 2 weeks. It's nice to do it in the 2 week blocks just so we all get a bit of a, sorry, let me just adjust that. We all get a little bit of a break and a refresh and a restart, a bit of a chat. I've got some work that I'm doing with some of my clients, so that takes a bit of a focus for me during these break periods. But today I wanted to also invite you guys to just reflect on the last 3 months at how much wonderful stuff has happened in your life. And I know that sometimes we go, oh my God, yesterday was really hard. Oh my God, last week was really hard. And you know, really hard for lots of different reasons. Really hard because the money's not coming in. Really hard because you're not communicating with your partner. Really hard because parenting is a shit show right now. Really hard because you're renovating. Maybe life's really hard because someone you love is ill or has passed away, or maybe there's a health issue going on for you. And I'm not taking any of those situations in anybody's lives lightly. I've actually been in every single one of those situations, and I've experienced those feelings of things not working. And what turns it around for me every time is flipping it into something positive. And that's what High Vibes is all about. High Vibes is about inspiring you and cultivating this positive, uplifting, new direction, new perspective on what's happening. And it's not something that you can do straight away, by the way. You know, when my dad was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago now, and we got that news, and I went downstairs. We were up with the doctor, and I went downstairs at the hospital and called my beautiful friend Helen and told her what was happening. And there was no way I could see the positive in that. I just had to process and deal with what was in front of me. And that's what we have to do in our lives. We have to process and go through what's in front of us. But they're kind of, you get some relief at some point where you are able to step back at it and almost zoom out like a Google map and zoom out and observe it. And when you can observe, and this is a phrase that I've read in a book, and again, I apologize, I don't know who to give credit to for this, is when you begin to look at your life as a witness rather than the actor, you see things differently. And you can touch things differently, and you can connect to things in that different space. So that's something that I invite you to do. Good morning, Bev. Is to just zoom out and be a witness to what is happening in your life and observe it and see how you can flip it around. See how you can feel better just a little bit about what's going on in your life. So for me, Dad diagnosed with cancer, given 3 months to live. How do you find the bloody good in that? That was, I'm talking about a couple of years ago, 2016. It was devastating. Obviously, it was devastating, and there was such a range of emotions and lots of things went on. But a couple of, some time into it, I was able to look at that situation and come from that place a little bit better. I'm not saying completely flip it over and go, excellent, this is great. I'm so grateful that that my dad has cancer. That was never what happened. But what did happen was I would say things like, I'm so grateful that I have a beautiful, loving, connected relationship with my dad now. I'm so grateful and appreciative that he's been such a big part of my life. I'm so grateful for his willingness to, whatever, I'm so grateful that we have an amazing hospital system that's going to provide him with the care that he needs as he goes through this last stage of his life. I'm so grateful and appreciative for all of my beautiful friends and family, all of my beautiful friends and family that jumped in and helped when that situation. So you see how it's something devastating, right? But there is some point, and it's not that far away, we can see just a little bit. And the idea is to not totally go to the opposite side, because I don't think that that's realistic. I still am not grateful for my dad dying, even though that I know people die, right? But I can see the goodness in it. The aim is to feel a little bit better than the day before, a little bit better. How can I feel just a little bit better about what's going on? And it could be something as little as, I'm just so glad that he's had this diagnosis and we know what we can do next. I mean, maybe that could be it. Same with money. How can you turn your financial situation into something that you're grateful for, right? So, you've got your $500,000 mortgage, which is the kind of average over here in Australia. How can, instead of looking at that from this heavy space, how can you look at it from a positive space, just a little bit, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more as it builds momentum, right? Hey, good morning. So I can see a couple of people joining. Morning, Sharon. Sharon, I had an experience like that when I was diagnosed with cancer last year. And it's not something, I know, right? Bev's saying, love the new perspective love the new perspective of being an observer to our events. I love that word too, to our events, right? It's not our life, this heavy life. It's just these events that are happening, yeah? It is, it's totally freeing. So I'm just keeping my eye on the time because I wanted to have a bit of a play with you today because we can celebrate. We're celebrating the end of High Vibes Season 5. Season 6 will be back in 2 weeks' time. I'm also celebrating that High Vibes is now a podcast. I went to a podcast meetup last night and Ronsley Vaz was the speaker, who was awesome. And I learnt some really cool things from him about podcasting. So, and I met some other awesome people that have got podcasts that I'm going to get hooked and addicted to now. Yeah, Vicky, I'm so happy you caught this live this morning because we're going to play a little bit this morning with these little magic cards. Oh, damn it. I'm on my phone. It's going to be backwards. That's all right. You'll be fine. So I wanted to share with you, actually, I have this very special set of cards. These ones. And they're the Chakra Insight Oracle cards that I use only with my members of the Rich Living Academy. And we use these cards every month. And I wanted to have a chat to you about cards before we do this. Cards, crystals, essential oils, music, herbal tea, green smoothies, all of that stuff, right? Let's come back here. Let's just come back to Oracle cards. They're not the answer to how your life should be. I'm not into predicting your future or anything like that. It's not like that. For me, Oracle cards, and I've got a lot of them, Oracle cards are an awareness. They're like the universe giving you a little tap on the shoulder and saying, hey, how about you have a look at this? Hey, why don't you appreciate that? Hey, remember this. So it's not, okay, right, great, that's how I'm going to live my life. It's not like that. It's helping you develop your intuitive muscle, which again is what we do in the Rich Living Academy. It's all about developing this intuition and strengthening it and like going to the gym and strengthening your arm muscles, your biceps. It's this repetition and this focus just on that, right? So that's what we're doing. It's developing this intuition so that we can tap into our intuition faster to make the decisions that we need to make in our life, yeah? Caroline's in my academy. Caroline's tools in our toolbox to use. So it's another tool that guides us and reminds us about what's happening and what's going on. So these are the Chakra Insight Oracle cards. So there's actually, we do 7 every month. So we actually do one for every chakra in our energetic system. And I just wanted to share those with you in case somebody wants to buy a pack, because I often give them as gifts. They're just divine, and they're not, I don't like using this word either, but it's what everybody relates to. They're not woo-woo. So they're really practical and insightful, hence the word. All right, so what I need you to do is I need you to comment on below so that you give me permission to choose a card for you. And we're just going to go first in best dress, so just say yes please in the comments if you would like a card. And I've got 3 packs here that I'll choose from for you when I see your name come up. And we'll take it from there, and we'll probably run the live for, where are we? It's 6:05, so let's go for 10 minutes and see how we go, yeah? Bev, Georgina, Vicky, Danielle, and Deb. That's who I can see on the screen at the moment. So sorry, just writing that down. Danielle. All right, I'm just taking who I saw first at the moment, and we'll see how we go for time. So Danielle was who came to my mind first. And this pack, which is Divine. I love all those colours. They're one of my favourite colours. Alrighty, let's go. So, there she goes. Pretty. Essential growth. Essential growth. All right, let me read that up for you, love. Hang on, Tiki. We all look like, and can I, again, before I start, sorry, anyone who's watching this, anyone who's listening to this on the podcast, doesn't matter, totally relevant, right? Because we are all energy, we are all radiating towards to something on the same wavelength right now. So it's like we've all tuned in to this radio station today, and it's nice and clear, and we will all get something out of these cards. So I know that I'm going to put these cards and go, oh, that was for me, because that's just, because we're energy. So we have to, right? Okay. Essential growth. Danielle, we all like things to be easy, simple, and beautiful, but as the lotus cannot grow without mud, we also have challenges, lessons, and mistakes to experience. It's the rich soil you need to bloom even brighter, bigger, and more beautifully. It allows you to stand in your own power and presence among others. See the value of everything you have been through. That's beautiful. That reminds me of the, we throw shit on roses as fertilizer to make roses beautiful. It's the lotus can only grow in the mud. So it is all of this inner work and this constant personal development, professional development, spiritual development that loves up our lives, right? So that's so perfect, Danielle. I hope that resonates with you. And I can see you all putting love hearts. So if it's resonating with you too, and you're loving it up, give me a love up. All right, so Bev, you're going, ooh. I better put these, let me just keep them all together. We're at the costume table today. Going to a fancy dress 50th birthday on the weekend, and it is a theme party, and we have to go as something beginning with the letter H. I should let you all guess what we're all going as. The kids are going too, so we've been doing costumes. Alrighty, give me a sec, Bev. All right, anybody else who wants a card? And we're just going for a couple of minutes, so we'll see how we go. Say yes, please. Yes, please. This is very Tony Robbins. Okay, Bev. Oh! I love her. She's so strong. She's like a warrior. Ishtar. This was the very first deck of cards that I ever got. And I was like, oh, man, that's a bit woo-woo. And now I live on them like tablets. Ishtar. She's gorgeous. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. A sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. Bev's beautiful at giving service. She's awesome. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that's a healthy behavior to teach to others. Various meanings of this card. You're giving too much, become more assertive, don't do things out of guilt or obligation. So can I just say, Bev, hey, morning, Joe. Can I just say, Bev, that's for me too. You know, one of the things with this high vibes, I was doing them, and I loved them, but I felt like I was depleted. But I knew that everybody loved watching them, and it wasn't until I put the boundaries in and started to run them as seasons rather than I've got to show up every day, I've got to show up every day, I've got to show up every day. And I put that boundary in. I went, okay, season 1 starts here and it finishes here. Season 5, which we're in now, finishing today. Season 6 is starting. And putting those boundaries in place, while it's because I just wanted everybody to be happy and I wanted everybody to be positive all the time. You can't have a break, right? But putting that boundary and saying, no, you know what? I need to have a break as much as everybody else needs to have a break. Juiced it. Just my own vibe and everybody else's vibe as well. Beautiful. Alrighty. Cards everywhere. Okay. Vicky. Vicky. So, I know I'm not doing those 5, Danielle. Not doing them in order, but I've written your names down. And it was just the first ones coming to my mind. And you know, this is the other thing too. We've talked about this in High Vibes this season. Is worried about what other people think. I used to play in my jumper. I'll come back to what I was saying. I love it when a card jumps out. That's awesome. So we're Vicky. Ta-da! Oh. It's words. Okay, let's see how good I am at reading backwards. I don't have to. I release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love. That resonates with me too. Who else is this resonating? I do. I have to release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love. Again, for me, podcast, taking High Vibes over to a podcast was, it's not perfect. I'm listening to all of these professional podcasts with great sound and intro music and professional people's giving the intro and fancy logos and great descriptions in their copy. And I kept putting it off. And Michaela was like, you've just got to do a podcast. I'm like, it's not perfect. And then she goes, I'm just uploading every High Vibes you do to a podcast, whether you like it or not. And I went, you know what? My purpose is of service, and I know High Vibes serves people in the space over here on Facebook Lives. How awesome that it's going to serve more love to people out here on the podcast. Bev is just responding to her card. A synchronous reminder as I've been working on boundaries for a while. Beautiful. She's such a powerful warrior, beautiful warrior. So it doesn't, even though we feel a bit masculine about the boundaries, it's still a requirement, yeah? And we can do that with beauty and love. Georgia. Georgia, you're going this one. For you, hang on, my love. Georgia. Ready? Go. Is that a jumper? Let's check. Oh, no. Oh, no. That one's yours. Now, okay, Georgia, you've got 2. Expand your heart. Look at that. That's your colours too, my love. That's the colours that you love. And create your reality. That's so perfect for full moon on Saturday. Yeah? Okay, let's have a quick. Expand your heart. Take time to acknowledge even the tiniest of diamonds that reside in the core of your soul and individual self. Take care of those little treasures and help them expand. See them shine more brightly as your awareness of your potential grows. You will add more light to the world and it will be reflected back to you even more. A beautiful, luminous change. Amen, sister. Love hearts for who that one resonates with. And create your reality. These both line up beautifully together, don't they? The key to bringing into your life the things that you desire is to know what it is that you want. Be specific. Then stay flexible to how it comes to you. The universe is listening, but it would not appear in any way that you would expect or anticipate. Sitting still isn't enough, so take whatever action you can towards manifesting your wish and move forward as if it's already happened. Yeah? Awesome. Vicky's saying, thank you. Perfect message for me with perfect timing. Thank you, universe. Mwah. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Georgia. And then Deb's getting this one. That's where you go. How are we going for time? Oh, not too bad. Hang on for a minute if you want me to. I'll do the next 5. Is Robin on here this morning? I haven't seen Robin. How you going, Robin? Iseult, Undying Love. Where's the book? These truly are my favorite cards. These ones and the Chakra Oracle. And if you want to buy Oracle cards, the best place to buy them, like affordable, reasonable priced, is bookdepository.com. Free postage. They're not sponsoring this podcast, by the way, but they're a really good way to get started. All right. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. Love from your romantic partner is eternal, regardless of outward appearances. You're healing from a breakup. You're healing from some other type of loss. Let go of an old relationship to make room for a new one. The love that you send into the world is an important part of your divine purpose. Your deceased loved one is happy and sends you love. So that is that card for you, Deb. Just let go of an old relationship to make room for a new one. You know, we've been talking about how you have a relationship with money. You do. You either love it or you hate it. You look after it or you don't look after it. It's a relationship. And sometimes you've got to let go of your old way of being with that money and create a new relationship. And it's like, you know what? That's who I used to be with that ex-relationship. I'm now this person. And that also is the same, comes into what we pulled there for Georgia, create your reality, is change the relationship that you have with money. Start a new one. How do you want this relationship to be? What do you want it to look like and feel like? Create that reality and step into that. Georgina's saying, thank you, they're so perfect. Awesome. All right, so let me just do a bit of a scrolly scroll and see who else I had there. So we've got Kim, Melinda, Sharon, Denise. All right. Kim. Let's see how we go. Time check. Okay. Kim. Where'd you go, Kim? Where are you? Let me find you. Sorry, there we go. Oh, you're in these too. Okay, so Goddess pack for Kim. And here's the other thing about comfort zones. We've been talking about those this season. This is out of my comfort zone, people. Doing this on a Facebook Live on High Vibes at 5:55, this kind of stuff is way out of my comfort zone. Got to understand, I've got a corporate background. I've worked in engineering, construction, personal finance. We don't draw oracle cards. Who do you think you are? But, this is what works. This is what works for me. When I'm waking up in the morning, sometimes I'm going, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I feel. I need some guidance. I need some direction, some inspiration. I'll go to some cards, or I might even go to an essential oil and go, you know what? I'm looking up on my bench up there. I've got clarity oil. I need some clarity. And then put a little bit of oil on, have a big sniff, and then walk outside and go, you know what, I need clarity. If that works for me, it works for me. All right? So if it's not something that rules my life, it's not religion, it's not the devil's work, it's not any of that. It's something that is giving me a prompt, like a journal prompt card, to inspire me and uplift me so I can be of service and spread love in the world. So make sure that if somebody's judging you about the stuff that you do, judging you about meditating, judging you about grounding, judging you about any of that stuff, it works for you. To everybody else. Okay, Kim. Oh, sorry, too close. This one's a hard word. Hang on. Sekma, be strong. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Various meanings of this card. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't yield to pressure or temptation. Avoid complaining or indulging in negative thinking. Engage in weight training exercises to make your body stronger. So something like that might resonate with you for you in your life. I know for me, stronger than I think I am. People say that to me. Yeah, and be strong. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. Kim? Melinda. Oh, Melinda. I've got one of these for Melinda. Yeah, hello. Little sun-kissed boy. Ah, these cards are flippy. Melinda, Melinda, Melinda. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. Oh my God. And I'm saying that for myself. Melinda, I know what's happening in your world at the moment, and that, I don't know, resonates for me, for you. Does that resonate for you? But I know, like, I've had that complaint maybe the last week. I don't feel supported. I have to do everything myself. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. When I support myself, the support comes in, yeah? Sharon. Sharon, Sharon, Sharon. Hang on. Oh, I've got this for you too. These ones, Magic Now. Oh, so I should be telling you. Sorry, Miracles Now. They're the Gabby Bernstein. Gabby Bernstein wrote Universe Has Your Back. My goodness, I've read so many books and ordered so many books. I don't know. I have to keep thinking, have I read that one? So I've had 2 jump out, but there's another one for you here. Hang on. Right. These ones jumped out. So for me, when things jump out, it's pay even more attention. Like, I would write this down and put it in your diary or something. So here we go. So you can see that. Whenever I compare myself to others, I simply say this prayer. The light I see in them is a reflection of my inner light. I think I need that one too. I begin my day with love and high vibes. I begin my day with love, which of course is the highest vibration of all. And then this is the one that I just went, no, there's something else for you. Peace is in my pulse. And this may be a card for everybody or just for Sharon there, but peace is in my pulse. Slow down, feel your pulse, connect to the rhythm. Gratitude for... Are you getting breakfast? Yeah. Okay. Gratitude for your life and just slowing down and tuning in, and that's where the peace is. The peace is in your pulse. Awesome. Melinda, Sharon, Denise, good morning. You're here, Denise. Denise. Uplift each other. Uplift each other. I'm going to say that to my kids this morning. That's a good one. Uplift each other. So rather than, hey, can you just be a little bit softer with the doors? Uplift each other. These stories of competition, popularity, jealousy, and inequality are illusions of the ego. The reality is we are here for each other. We can support the dreams of many. We can give and receive what it is we need or desire. Remember those who have helped you at some point in your life and explore how you can support others. Ooh, I like that. So that's really awesome for family, maybe working with your team at work or within your business, uplifting each other, even in your community. You know, like I always say, I've got this amazing community that we're involved with homeschooling. And there's one person who leads the way with that community. There always has to be somebody, you know, up at the front and leading the way. And she's just amazing. And not only does she uplifts our whole community. We need to be uplifting in that space as well. So have a look at the communities that you could uplift in. What do we got? Priscilla, Caroline, and Joe. All right, so let's go. Priscilla, Caroline, and Joe, if you're still there. Is it Priscilla, Caroline, and Joe still there? Love me? Joe is on this one. Joe, goddess. You are a goddess. She is a beautiful goddess, Joe. Literally, she's a beautiful, you're a beautiful goddess. Oh, 2 poppers for you, 2 jumpers. So again, 2 jumpers to, hang on a second. 2 jumpers just to pay extra attention to, or it will particularly resonate. So again, something to inspire and uplift you. And add to your toolkit, yeah? So these are the 2 that jumped out. So I'll read them separately. So we've got, I'll leave that there because you might want to pause this a bit later and have a look at the images. I find looking at the images on these cards is just as important. When we're engaging our sight as that sense, and we engage the sound of obviously listening to what's going on, you know, it's just that extra bit that's resonating, that kind of resonates energetically. It's like in the Rich Living Academy, when we do our, these ones, so we do each chakra, this is the base, this is the base chakra. So we look at the card, there's descriptions about the card, then there's particular music, so we stimulate that. We stimulate sound, we stimulate smell with essential oils, we stimulate touch with a crystal, we stimulate taste with, I've got these beautiful Anahata teas that are to engage and heal and stimulate your chakras. So there's a tea for every chakra. They're just divine. When you engage all of your senses, because we're energy, it just helps shift. So remember that. Have a look at these pictures and go back and pause if you need to. Okay, so Joe, Hathor, so this is receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Various meanings of this card. Be still and listen. Release guilt about receiving. Ask for help. I had to do that last night. It was really hard. Increase psychic awareness. Know that you're in a learning cycle. Healing is occurring. Be more in your feminine energy. I don't know if this is on the cards. Child conception, pregnancy, or birth, including adoption or favourable custody arrangements, are issues in your life. That's interesting because the other card that popped out was Mother Mary, which is about expecting a miracle. So this one's kind of sitting into it and expecting the miracle. right? Whatever's going on. I don't know what's going on, but something. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Various meanings of this card. So it could be any one of these. Let go of worrisome thoughts. Keep your thoughts positive. Notice and follow any divine guidance you may receive. Pray, engage in spiritual healing. You ain't here by no mistake, sweetheart. Looking at that this morning. And then then the one that I felt connected to for you. Where did I put that one? Oh, here. It's this one. Athena, Inner Wisdom. See how these tell a story? This is what I love, when things pop out and then you go, yeah, no, I think there's still one more. Let me put them all up together. They're telling a bit of a story there for you. And here is, you know, when you, and by pray, it doesn't mean going to church. Praying for me is standing on the grass, barefoot, and just appreciating that I'm a piece of nature and that I'm actually connected to the grass, I'm connected to the tree, and I'm connected to all of that. For me is like my prayer. And for you, it might be, you know, that beautiful view that you've got from your home, that connection that you have, the connection with your horses, whatever, you know, and praying for guidance. And my prayer is, divine intelligence, please guide me. That's my prayer. What's next? Divine intelligence, please guide me. What's next? And that's me tapping into the inner wisdom and also that external part of divine intelligence. Okay. Inner wisdom. This is backing you up now. So inner wisdom is, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Now, I know for some of those ladies that I've already drawn a card for, that is for you as well. Don't delay. Stop sitting on the fence about whatever it is. Don't delay. Various meanings of this card. Stop procrastinating. Stop giving away your power to others. Trust your gut. Don't second guess yourself. You are correct. Notice recurring ideas and take action on them. Okay? Okay? All right, Jojo. So who didn't I get? Caroline and Priscilla. So I think we've probably only got time left for Caroline, Priscilla to wrap up our season. Okay, here we go. Caroline, this is Caroline today. So miracles now for you. Jumper. That one. How's your assignment going? Have you done your assignment yet, Carolyn? That just popped into my head. Sorry, random. Sorry, random. I am not the victim. I am the lighthouse. And then this one was the one I was drawn to. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. That's for me too, that one. Thank you. And then the last one is Priscilla, beautiful Priscilla, all the way over in the US. You're on this one. So this one is the Inner Star Oracle. She's from here. She's from Brisbane. Where's the book there? Look at that. Passion to thrive. Passion to thrive. Passion to thrive, baby. What's your... Shine your goddamn light, isn't it? Yeah. That's your business name. Shine your goddamn light. Hang on. Passion to thrive. Sometimes our inner fire runs low. It's barely a spark. And we wonder how our lives are not reflecting our dreams. Our fire needs fuel. Only feeding it with love and passion will get it roaring again. Begin with the things you dreamed about and which brought you joy as a child before responsibility and practicality became more important. Give those dreams wings to fly again. Oh, I love that. I love that for you. That's beautiful. So before we wrap up, I just want to acknowledge the beautiful people who do these amazing things. Doreen Virtue, her goddess, and this is the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. We have the Inner Star Oracle deck. I've got the one that's called Magic. I think she's got a series of a few. This is by Joe Klima. And then, of course, beautiful Gabby Bernstein with her awesome, amazing deck, Miracles Now. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I just thought that would be something different to do as we wrap up season 5. Have an amazing Easter. Have a beautiful time with your family and your friends. Has anybody guessed what we're going as for the H party? Or have I already told you? I probably already told you. Okay, here we go. H, who's this one going to be? Hermione. What else have we got?
Me.
Yeah, what have you got? Have you got something we can show? Oh, who's this one going to be? Hawaiian tourist. What else have we got? What?
I got one.
Oh, you got one? You got no? Oh, look, I got this one. Ooh. Who likes my thong sandals? Helen of Troy. Who have I left up? Oh, I don't have anything of Sophie's up here. Oh, yeah. Where are your pants? It's going to be a hard one. Han Solo for Lockie.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. He's got his gun. And Sophie is... Who's Sophie? Harley Quinn. So follow me over on Instagram. I'm going to post some photos and do a story on the day when we're all getting dressed and laughing at each other. It's going to be great fun. So Instagram is Michelle House AU, I think. Michelle House AU. Awesome. And remember, the next 2 weeks we'll be running some best-ofs. So there'll be best-ofs here at 5:55. We'll schedule that so that if you want to stay to the routine, you can. Of course, you can jump over and listen on the podcast. Would still love it if you get a chance. It's really, I know it seems really simple, but leaving a review and giving the 5-star rating and even hitting the subscribe button is an awesome way for us to get some more momentum with it. So if you feel like loving me up and supporting me with that, that'd be great. Have a beautiful Easter, guys. We will see you in 2 weeks. And hang out in the Budget Bliss group. Oh, I keep forgetting to say that. Hang out in the Budget Bliss group for all of the updates. You'll see those faster than I ran out of battery. That was a big one, 42 minutes. Oh no, I'm still recording. Bye.